All right. I would like to be able to invite Victoria. Victoria, are you okay to do?
I'm good.
Okay, where are you? From my screen
Right
somewhere.
here.
There you go. Okay.
Good morning, everybody. Well, that was a delightful way to start the day to um, to welcome Patricia and Terry into our spiritual family. Um, it's just wonderful. Um, so as my usual, I need to be sure that everybody knows that we are live streaming, and this is being recorded on YouTube for later viewing. And that can be done through our website at unityoftacoma.org, or you can go to our to our YouTube page and see um, our services and pick which one you want. We have them going back way back. Um, Also, we have a Facebook presence as well, where you can keep up to current events with us also. Also, we have an events page on our website to help you keep keep in mind what we have going on in the way of person-to-person activities and everything else. Our annual meeting has been postponed to March 30th, and that is at 11:15 a.m. after the message. So that will be annual meeting, March 30th, 11:15 after the message. As far as outreach is concerned, we are still working on it. And even as recently as yesterday, new opportunities for our outreach for the homeless appeared to my consciousness and invited us in. So we are weighing out all the different possibilities. I believe the complexion of our outreach is changing in a very positive way, in that there are many ways that we can offer our services and make a difference. And I will keep you posted on that next Sunday. And I look forward to seeing you again, and thank you for being here. Anything else, Lori?
Nope, that's it. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
you're welcome.
All right. So let's go into our prayer for protection. The words are on the screen for you. Let's say it together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is and all is well. And our affirmation for today, I honor my sacred connection with all life. Let's say that together. I honor my sacred connection with all life. And our reading for today is quite interesting, actually. And I love how things come to my consciousness or to my attention right at the right time. So yesterday I opened up my email, and sure enough, the perfect, right and perfect reading for today was right there in my email. This one's a little bit longer, so please bear with me as I read through it, but I think it's absolutely perfect. The reading is titled The Hidden Key to Happiness, the Purpose-Driven Community. It was in Psychology Today, but written by Gordon Grummett, MD. And it says, when it comes to happiness, the data is clear. The Harvard Adult Developmental Health Study, which has tracked the lives of thousands of people over 80 years, offers one undeniable conclusion. Happiness is not found in achievements, career success, or wealth. Instead, it's most strongly linked to one thing: interpersonal connections. In a world obsessed with accolades, money, and status, this finding may seem surprising. But as it turns out, the depth of our relationships is what shapes our overall well-being. However, there's a twist. Many people misunderstand what truly builds happiness through connection. The concept of community is often viewed as a one-size-fits-all solution. The reality, though, is that there are two distinct types of communities. And it's crucial to know the difference if you want to unlock the kind of happiness that endures. The first type of communities are called identity-based communities. These are communities you belong to because of some defining aspect of your life. It could be the school district you live in, the city you're part of, or the religion you were born into. Perhaps it's becoming a parent or joining the ranks of fellow parents. These identity communities can be valuable in many ways. They provide a sense of belonging, support, and shared experiences. But here's the catch. While identity-based communities help us feel connected on a surface level, they don't always foster the kind of deep, meaningful connections that bring lasting happiness. If you're truly searching for happiness, there's another kind of community that might resonate more deeply with you. Communities of internal purpose. These communities are not defined by who you are, but by what drives you. Instead of being based on identity, they are based on shared beliefs, passions, or a collective effort toward a greater cause. They are communities that unite people through common purpose. Think about it. If you're a passionate fan of Britney Spears, you might find joy in being part of a fan community that shares enthusiasm. If you're someone who loves baseball, you might join a league or a fan club with others who share your excitement. Or perhaps you love carpentry and join a group like Habitat for Humanity, working alongside others who are equally committed to building homes to those in need. In each of these examples, the connection you share with others is rooted in something deeply meaningful to you. It's not just about where you live or what you were born into. It's about shared version of purpose. And that, my friends, is what makes these communities so much more impactful for happiness. Communities of internal purpose are so powerful because they enable us to show up as our best selves. When we are engaged in activities that truly light us up, whether it's playing an instrument, building homes, or advocating for a cause, we bring a sense of energy and authenticity to everything that we do. And when we show up as our best selves, something magical happens and others are drawn to us. People want to collaborate with those who are excited, passionate, and purpose-driven. If you have something to teach, then they want to learn from you. If you have something to learn, they want to guide you. These connections are far more powerful than mere proximity. They are rooted in shared purpose. And this is the kind of bond that leads to meaningful, long-lasting happiness. Think about the most rewarding relationships in your life. Were they formed around shared values and passions, or were they simply a result of shared identity, such as where you live or who you happen to know? The most fulfilling relationships are often those where you share a vision, whether that vision involves creativity, service, or simply growing together as people. What an appropriate reading for today, because I believe here at Unity of Tacoma that we are a purpose-driven community, that we are here because we all have this passion for deepening our own spirituality and sharing that connection that we have with each other out with the community in the best way that we can, creating the great opportunity for the greatest good for each and every person. So today I want to talk a little bit more about that power to build and uplift and to transform, to deepen our experiences that we share here at Unity of Tacoma, our spiritual truth and what that means. Now, as I said before, membership isn't about signing up for us or being indoctrinated or installed. You're not signing up for a club or fulfilling an obligation. It's about stepping into a sacred agreement with yourself and amongst your spiritual community members. And where it's here that you're going to find support, you're going to find this nurturing and expansion of your consciousness at Unity of Tacoma. So when we explore membership and when we invite people to become members, it's not that we're inviting them to an exclusive club, some place that you have to be absolutely special to be here. We already know that each and every person on this planet is special in their own unique ways. They all share the spark of divine, each and every one of us. So membership really is more than that. We are more about being founded in this deep knowing that we are all connected in this God consciousness. And within each and every one of us, we carry this. And when we come together, it's like everyone bringing their little candles together to create this big fire, this big flame. So each and every person carries that flame. You've likely heard the phrase, you become the company that you keep. Well, that's true, especially in spiritual life. When we come together with like-minded individuals that share a similar idea of what it is to become a spiritual person, or that we accept everyone on their journey wherever they are. It is a collective that we're experiencing. We are on this journey as a team, and we're more rich, and we have more deepening of our experiences as we walk together. So it's about the environment, not necessarily the environment that you live in. It could be the environment that you are here experiencing on Sunday. It could be the fact that you tuned in, that you're hearing my voice, that you hear the voice of other community members. When we are together, we foster growth, love, and spiritual exploration each and every time we meet, whether it's here on Sunday morning, or it's on Wednesdays when we meet for book study, or when we meet on Saturdays to do our outreach. We are having a spiritual experience, and we are expanding our consciousness together. Now, as one person, we can expand your individual consciousness. We can work on that. But when we come together as a community, our power becomes so much greater. And our ability to expand our consciousness becomes so much more involved. And we can evolve much quicker in a community. Now, it was Jesus who said, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am among them. He's talking about the spiritual essence, the cosmic consciousness, the divine spark that's within each and every one of us. And when we are gathered together, that divine spark is always stronger. You know, it's not really just a poetic statement, that statement from Jesus. It's a deep metaphysical truth. Whether we're in prayer, or in meditation, we're in study, or we're in service to others, we amplify that divine presence that's among us. The energy of the group, and you know this, when you get into a group that shares your mindset, that shares your passion to be able to expand your consciousness, you know it elevates every single person. If we just take a moment just right now, just sit. And with the intention of elevating everyone's consciousness. That's the purpose of us as a community, to help each other to hold space, to allow that energy to flow through us and as us, and we become the catalysts for evolution. Spiritually, mentally, psychologically, biologically, we are doing what we can for each other. And we are using this Christ consciousness, this divine source of all things, to help us do that. And we know that when we do this, and we were intentional together to do this, we are choosing to become brighter lights in this world. When we become members, when we become part of the community, we align ourselves with this personal and group evolution. We engage in our spiritual study together. We explore unity principles together, and we use them. Not only do we know about these unity principles, but we talk about and we learn about how to apply them in real life. How are they supporting us on our journeys throughout whatever it is we do on a day-to-day basis? We contribute our consciousness to the collective energy. And that is so, so important. When we took that moment, just a moment ago, to bring it up, I could feel it. You could feel the energy expand within. It's not just about what I think. It's not just about what you think. It's actually not, it's more than what we think. It is what we all experience together and how we can help that grow and evolve. And that is the importance of what we do here at Unity of Tacoma. We live in a time where isolation and disconnection is really common. Some people don't get out. I'm personally somebody who works remotely, and I don't get out that often. And I don't struggle. I heal on a regular basis. I'm in a constant state of healing. So that takes a lot of energy, a lot of focus. So I don't have a lot of connection outside of my home. So disconnection sometimes feels overwhelming, especially when you're struggling on your own. However, we at Unity have this beautiful thing called Zoom, and we can meet anytime. We have this wonderful social media outlet. We use Facebook Messenger. If you're interested in becoming part of that Facebook Messenger group, where we can message each other, we can talk to each other, we can pray for each other, we can support each other, we can share our fears, we can share our celebrations, we can do all of that with each other and know that we are safe, we are supported, and we are uplifted. So it's through this type of fellowship, which is very unique for our online experience. However, we know that we are not separate by our screens. We are not separated by our screens. We're not separated by space and time. That we are all here as one, right here, right now. We are experiencing the same thing in the same way, in the same consciousness at the same time. And so how powerful is that? It is more powerful than just being together, sitting and listening to somebody talk. It is more powerful than sitting and listening to an inspirational talk on YouTube. We are here together and we are sharing the experience. And that, I believe, is what makes us so much more available for those people who feel isolated, people who might be separated. How many of you have experienced health issues or things that have limited your ability to move around a lot? I know it happens to me on a regular basis. And so this ability to be able to be here together has been so uplifting for me. It opens up so much more possibility than just sitting here sometimes when you get in a funk. If you're feeling or struggling, or if you feel isolated, you get into a space where you feel like there's nobody there to support you. But that's not the case here. We have put in so many things to be able to support each other from wherever we are, that we never have to feel alone. That is a place that we never have to go to. So it's belonging to Unity of Tacoma, or any spiritual community, nourishes the soul. It has profound effects on both mental and physical well-being. And I don't have to talk about the studies that show all the individuals that participate with the spiritual community experience lower levels of stress and reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. And they just feel better overall. They have a better overall sense of well-being. So being part of a loving and supportive group like us fosters that emotional resilience that we rely on, providing comfort during times of hardship and during moments of joy and celebration. When we're engaging in spiritual practices, such as meditation, prayer, communal gatherings like this, when we get together, like on Sundays, when we get together on Wednesdays for our book study, at this point, we probably all have lower blood pressure. We are strong. We are building our immune system, making it stronger, and we're increasing our longevity. We are increasing our lifespan. So the sense of belonging and purpose that comes from being part of the spiritual community expands way beyond just the fact that we're expanding our consciousness. It makes us healthier. It makes us happier. It creates a balanced life. And when we connect with others and spiritual fellowship, whether we're studying or whether we're praying or whatever it is, we are providing healing and wholeness for each and every person who is here. And we're holding space for each and every person who needs it beyond this experience that we're having together on Zoom. So if you've been attending on Zoom, thank you so much. If you've been watching on YouTube, thank you so much. I would like to invite you to join us on Zoom so you can have this connection with us, to be able to be here, to meditate, to share with our community. Membership is not about an obligation. It's about an intention. When you become a member, your intention is to support yourself and support your community in a spiritual way. We are embracing our spiritual community today, embracing our new members, and we are opening ourselves up to transformation in ways that we could never have even anticipated before today. Our consciousness expands, our hearts are open, and our lives reflect more fully in the truth of what we experience here at Unity. And so, as I end this talk, I'd like you to leave with this question. What would it mean for you? And what does it mean for you to be part of, fully conscious in this space, part of our group? Now that you're dedicated in love and truth and spiritual awakening, what does that mean to you? And in a few minutes after our meditation, when you're going to have more and more chance to be able to get into that space of what does it mean to you to be part of our community, we'll be able to share that afterwards. But I just want you to think about that. What does it mean for you to be part of this community? Fully consciously aware, taking this step to be part of Unity of Tacoma. What does it mean for you? And what does that mean for the future of your spirit on your spiritual journey? What is that going to do for you? So I thank you all for listening. Thank you for those of you who are members and have been members, and those of you who are new members. Thank you so much for being here. And I would like to take us into meditation. So if you have a microphone, I'm sorry, if you have headphones, I would recommend you do that. The sound is much better when you do that. Otherwise, I'm going to share the video with you. I guess if I shared the music, it'd be all right. There we go. Lying down, and allow yourself to close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, release any tension or stress you may be holding on to. Allow yourself to relax and settle into this moment. Let's begin by bringing our awareness to our breath. Notice the sensation of the air entering your nostrils as you inhale. Filling your lungs with fresh energy. Feel your chest rise and expand with each breath, and then slowly release it, allowing any worries or distractions to melt away with each exhale. And as you let go the focus of the breath, now imagine yourself surrounded by a soft golden light, an aura of warmth and acceptance. This light represents the essence of belonging, embracing you with its gentle presence. As you continue to breathe deeply, let yourself sink into this feeling of belonging. Allow it to permeate every cell of your being, soothing any feelings of isolation or disconnection you may have experienced. Now picture yourself standing in a circle, surrounded by your loved ones, friends, and kindred spirits. Feel the strength of their support, the warmth of their presence. Allow this feeling to permeate your entire being as they stand beside you, united in solidarity and love. And just take this moment to reflect on the communities you are part of, the bonds that connect you to others, and the shared experiences that shape your journey. Allow yourself to feel gratitude for the connections you have forged and the sense of belonging they bring to your life. Now imagine extending this circle of belonging beyond yourself, reaching out to include others who may be feeling lost or alone. Send them thoughts of compassion, empathy, and understanding, inviting them to join you in this circle of belonging. As you breathe in, envision drawing in the energy of belonging from the universe and absorbing its healing power, its infinite wisdom. And as you exhale, imagine radiating this sense of belonging out into the world, sending waves of love and acceptance to all beings everywhere. Take a few moments to just bask in this feeling of interconnectedness, of unity and belonging. Know that you are never truly alone, that you are a valued and integral part of the web of existence. With gratitude, you look at your circle of friends, family, and kindred spirits, and you say, "Thank you for being part of my life." And as we step away from this meditation, know that we take this idea of kindred spirits, of connectedness with us as we move away from this meditation and into our day. When you're ready, you can begin to bring your awareness back to your body, into the space that you're in. Maybe beginning to move a little bit, allowing your body to wake up in this space and time. And when it feels right, you can open your eyes. And you can take this sense of belonging with you as you go about your day, knowing that you are deeply loved, deeply valued, and deeply connected to the world around you. And so it is. And so it is. I'd like to end our message portion with a benediction and reading by, of course, my favorite poet, John O'Donohue, Eternal Echoes Exploring Our Hunger to Belong. And he said, perhaps your hunger to belong is always active and intense because you belonged so totally before you came here. This hunger to belong is the echo and reverberation of your invisible heritage. You're from somewhere else, where you were known, embraced, and sheltered. This is also the secret root from which all longing grows. Something in you knows, perhaps remembers, that eternal belonging that liberates longing into its surest and most potent creativity. This is why your longing is often wiser than your conventional sense of appropriateness, safety, and truth. Your longing desires to take you toward the absolute realization of all the possibilities that sleep in the clay of your heart. It knows your eternal potential, and it will not rest until it's awakened. Amen, and so it is. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. And now I'm going to remove the spotlight, and I'm going to remove my spotlight. And